today. From Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And we come to you for one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Lions making their way out, led by their 32-year-old quarterback. Hard to believe he's in season number 12 now in a Detroit uniform. Quarterback Matthew Stafford.
When I think of Matthew Stafford in Detroit, I think of numbers, and I mean passing numbers. 40,000 yards passed in his career last year before back injury landed him on the IR after just 8 games. And to show his value to the team, the Lions lost all 8 games started by either Jeff Driscoll or David Blau. They need a healthy Matthew Stafford in order to compete in the NFC North.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
First down, Lions.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking downfield for Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Jair Alexander on the tackle.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On fourth down, the Lions trot out their new punter for 2020, Jack Fox. Tyler Ervin back deep. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 16 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
Aaron Jones.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
A 2-yard pickup. Brings up
throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit Lions taking the field again here, getting ready to go on the offensive side of the football. Gives us a chance to look back to week 1. They lost to the Bears 27-23, and really a second straight season with a heartbreaking outcome in week 1. Remember last year in Arizona, they led by 18 before faltering, and that game ended in a tie. But this one might have been worse, Charles. They led 23-6 at the start of the fourth quarter before watching Mitchell Trubisky throw 3 touchdown passes to win the football game.
I would say that this one may well be worse because it ended up in a loss. But you remember last year, when they gave up the lead, it was against a rookie quarterback, this time a struggling quarterback, and in both cases, they go home disappointed. DeAndre Swift, the rookie runner that they brought in to give them great value, he had a chance to win it, but couldn't secure a late Lions touchdown in the end zone, dropped the pass from Matthew Stafford. Things don't get any easier, Brandon. Week 2, they go to Green Bay and Lambeau Field.
Yeah, good luck with that one. It does not get any easier, like you said, that's for sure.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll move the chains. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
So first and goal from the 9-yard line. They'll run with Peterson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Adrian Peterson, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Green Bay's offense coming back out here. And Charles, want to talk about their week 1 game, the win over Minnesota. If anybody questioned whether Aaron Rodgers would be motivated to start this season, they shouldn't have questioned that. He was terrific. 364 yards passing, 4 touchdown passes, 2 of those to Devontae Adams in that 43-34 victory over Minnesota.
Boy, they were so smooth in that game. Came out of it like they had a tremendous preseason, had played preseason games, looked the part, didn't they? Executed from the word go. And you mentioned how great Rodgers was. Also spread the ball around a little bit, too. So this is a Packers team that heard all the whispers in the offseason about being 13-3 and it was a fluke. They wanted to prove against a division opponent who's really good, Minnesota, that it was not a fluke, and Aaron Rodgers is on top of his game.
Those 43 points, by the way, the most that the Packers have scored in an opener in franchise history. And going back to Rodgers, he moved past Eli Manning and into 7th place on the all-time passing touchdown list.
Yeah, and how about the schedule for them now? They host Detroit and then a monster game in New Orleans against Drew Brees and the Saints.
On on third down. Rodgers. And that's complete to Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
1st and 10.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
He gets away from one. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Complete. This is Lewis. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Rodgers now on first down. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Intercepted by the Lions.
All right, CD, I want to fit in your preseason predictions here. This is now our 5th year together in the booth. Hard to believe time flies, but it's an annual tradition that you tell us how you think things are going to shape up in each conference. Let's start with your thoughts on the AFC.
All right, let's start in the East. I like the Bills. In the South, I like Indianapolis despite their loss on opening day. In the North, I like Baltimore. And out West, of course, I like Kansas City. For wild cards, I like the Chargers coming out of the West. I think that in the East, New England is going to get the nod. And then out of the North, I'm taking Pittsburgh. Remember, we got that extra team in the playoffs this year. And then when the playoffs break down, I do think it's going to come down to Baltimore and Kansas City in the AFC. And Baltimore, by a nose, goes to the Super Bowl.
And just to be different from you, I like your conference championship matchup. I'll take Mahomes and the Chiefs heading back to the Super Bowl yet again.
To throw on third down, Stafford. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
A reminder, still some good games coming up here in Week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
After the sack on first down, Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And that's complete to Adams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. And Devontae Adams, quite the opener that he had in Minnesota. 14 catches, 156 yards, threw in 2 scores as well. And those 14 catches, by the way, tied Don Hudson for the most in one game in Packers history. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago, and it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. The Giants trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Ryan Tannehill looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they've gone to the half, all even at 14 apiece. In the game you're watching, it's Matthew Stafford who's had it working in the first half. His guys have the lead at Lambeau as we send you back up to Green Bay and rejoin Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
1st and 10.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
At the 31-yard
line. To throw again on second down. Stafford. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Handoff comes to Peterson. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Zadarius Smith on the stop. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
again Peterson.
At the 40.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Again, the ball carrier.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 36. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion 1st down.
1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Gain of 4. It's
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Stafford. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 19.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
It's 2nd and goal. At the
Stafford looks to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Again, it's Stafford. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Lewis. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Flush to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 30. 16 yards, a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
30-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got it out. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are back within a score. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They're on 24-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll try and wind down some clock with Peterson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Stafford. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Complete.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And able to find Alan Lazard. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 2nd and 5 now. Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Packers have taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never say never situation, But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
Kicking off for Green Bay.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Stafford and the Lions now down 14-10, a minute 38 to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Amendola's got it, complete.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Back to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He's going to let it fly. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down.
Jair Alexander.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Rodgers to throw. And that's complete to Lewis. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. And they take a knee.
Rodgers on
well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
today's
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Packers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.